I grew up in a Christian home, but I didn't really know Jesus. I really wanted to be a boy. I was jealous of my brother, and I didn't like being a girl. I felt rejected by girls a lot. And through years of sexual sin and pornography, I kept fantasizing about what it would have been like to be a man. And when I was in college, I started thinking very seriously about if I had been the man. And I looked up in Google, girl becoming a boy, and all these results started coming up about how people had transitioned. And so I really bought into that lie, and I started down that journey. I was absolutely convinced it's who I was. In fact, I wasn't even openly transgender. I didn't want anyone to know that I had ever been a girl. And I started taking the hormones. I had 2 major surgeries, and I thought this was going to fix all my problems. But eventually I realized that none of it, after years, had made me a man. And I realized that it was just all a cosmetic change. And even though other people believed it and I was fully passing as male, it never fixed the brokenness inside. And I was devastated, and I just felt so empty. But the Lord had been pursuing me during those years, and eventually I gave my life to Him, and I really was radically transformed. I was repentant of my sin, and I really given my heart to Him, and I was so sincere. I was telling people about Jesus, but I wanted to be a man of God. But the Lord kept pursuing me on this issue, and He kept coming after my identity, and I literally walked away from it all to trust Him and to obey Him, and I thought I was going to be miserable the rest of my life. As He began to peel away the layers of the onion, I realized that I was not transgender. Being female had just been so painful in my life, but I realized that that's who I truly was, and I found far more peace and satisfaction and fulfillment in embracing who God created me to be.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss new content from the Daily Signal.